Unless you've been on a job search in the last 2 years, you do not know how bad it is out here. The job market is trash. Basura, it's been bad. I'm talking about applying to 20 jobs a day, reaching out to recruiters, doing this on LinkedIn, and hearing crickets. People are trying. People are not lazy. And then people who have a job give the most useless advice, like, why don't you tailor your resume to every single job? You don't think that I've done that? Unless your job is hiring and you have a referral, zip it.
Whoa, a job.
It is true. It is. It's tough. You know, the economy is just in a terrible spot. I like to think the US is still a bit better off than the UK, but I could be wrong. It could be really difficult, and it probably is difficult over there, to be honest. The issue is, I think, it's just the economy is not as good as it looks on paper. I think the stock market and stuff rallying is just not a fair reflection, and a lot of companies can do layoffs, so people lose their jobs. But as a result of layoffs, they're now like cash flow and stuff looks better, and they have less overhead, so their stock price goes up. So, you know, people that have assets already, like stocks and stuff, their net worth goes up. They also probably own the house that you're renting. And you, well, you now either don't have a job, or your job is at risk, or you got a job but you're being underpaid because there's so much competition for your job. So it's just fun all around, really. I love it.
Job that was posted 2 seconds ago on LinkedIn. I'm gonna hit apply right now. This job is no longer accepting applications. Over 100 apps.
The classic. This job is no longer Oh, I love it. Oh, I mean, I hate it. It's actually depressing. But we got a bit of comic relief, and that's what I need right now.
Oh, look at this job. This job is right up my alley and is entry level. Let's see. What's the description say?
Entry level?
10 to 15 years experience. Okay, it's fine. What about this job? Okay, it requires a bachelor's, which I have, and the pay is $18 an hour with no benefits. Okay, all right, this one says training will be provided, no experience necessary.
Oh, yeah, by the way, back in the day, training, what a fascinating topic. Yeah, jobs used to train you, you know? Oh, you're not a perfect match? That's fine. Just apply. If you seem decent in the interview, you know, we'll just give you a job. And guess what? We'll just train you. And you'll be able to do it. Perfect. That doesn't really exist.
Except for the 3 to 5 years of experience that you need. Okay, fuck it. I don't care anymore. I'm just going to start applying. We'll hit easy apply, and it wants me to re-enter all my resume information on their website. 8 rounds of interview. Cover letter. Email us why we should pick you, but we will not respond. Oh, I got an email back. We have reviewed your resume and decided not to move forward in the application process.
That's the banger right there. You know, it's actually crazy if you get like me and my partner, and I know other friends, like you apply for a job, and if you actually get like an email from the person, you're thinking, oh, cool, another rejection email. Like you actually just get so desensitized, you don't even think it's an interview.
But feel free to subscribe to our newsletter to hear about more job opportunities.
I don't get how there are people out there that say like nobody wants to work, yet there are people like me who graduated almost 2 years ago and have submitted over 1,500 job applications. And I still don't have a job. I've been doing like side work and social media and stuff to pay the bills. But if it wasn't for that, I'd be homeless. I'd probably be homeless, completely broke. But 1,500 job applications, and I've gotten maybe 20 or so interviews, I guess. I've been to the second round a whopping 5 times. 5 times in 1,500 job applications. Or 1,200. I don't even know. I stopped counting after 1,000. But in 2025, I'm boggled that anyone is getting a job in this market, and people are still saying that nobody wants to work. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a master's degree, and I can't even get a job.
Yeah, I think this is a bit more of a US narrative. I don't really hear that here, where, you know, he's talking about there's this assumption that people don't want to work. I don't think that's really the case. What it seems like is people can't get, you know, the job they've studied for, whether that's degree, bachelor's, master's, PhD. And so, you know, you've done all that. You, especially in the US, you probably took out student debt right away for that. And when it comes to actually trying to get a job in those industries, they're just not available, whether it's oversaturated or whatever. So as a result, the jobs that are available you know, at a lower paying jobs that don't require the degree you spent so much time and money on. So like it's hard for you to even mentally like accept those jobs. That's such a bad state to be in that you should have to consider that.
College is a complete scam. Do not go. Save yourself the money.
Yeah, I think in the US, college is really hard to justify. Really, really hard. Like, I got my financial maths degree in Ireland, and I'm actually not using it currently. I have a job unrelated. But, you know, I could have used that, and at least that's a good degree to get jobs. But, you know, the tuition in Ireland is only 3,000 euros a year. And if you fall under a certain category, you can get it for free quite easily with grants. So ultimately, like, really, really doable. But in the US, I feel like these colleges are absolutely insane. And then if you don't get a job in those fields, it is a waste of time. So I think you really have to pick one of those like tech, finance, kind of those top paying fields for it to ever be worth it.
I just want to know why it's so fucking hard to get a job, man! In 2025, it is literally impossible, bro! When you do, you get 7 rounds of interviews for some reason, man! Just for them to go with another candidate! You cannot find a job in 2025! It is...
I think the reality of it is, like, you know, you can look at the job interview process being so awkward. Like, why is there so many rounds of interviews? Why is there so many this, that, the other? And it's because it's such an employer's market, you know? They genuinely could have 10 super strong candidates that meet all the requirements, are interviewing great, and just are really good people for the job. And it can be hard because there's actually so much talent out there available because there's a lack of jobs. And that then does mean it is hard for them to pick the right person, which is great because normally it would be flipped, right? It's like nobody's really suited for the role. Who do we go with? I don't really know. But nowadays it's like, damn, these people are too qualified. They're too good. I don't know who to take.
literally impossible, and I keep crashing. It's so swear.
10 years ago than to find a job in 2025. Like, I swear, bruh, nobody wants to hire me. It's like, why even say y'all are hiring in the first place if y'all won't even take a second to look at my application? Finding a job nowadays is like dating. You're out here shooting your shot by putting in all these applications only for these companies to end up ghosting you. Not even a simple email saying that I wasn't selected. These companies just go completely ghost on you.
Yeah, I know. I almost take it as an achievement when I get those rejection emails. It's like, okay, at least I was... Like, is that slightly above getting ghosted in the job selection interview, the fact you got a rejection? I don't know, but that's so rare. Like, I feel like you could apply to, like, 20, 30 jobs, and you'll get, like, 1 to 2 rejection emails. It's absolutely insane.
They out here treating me like I'm some hoe or something. Because tell me why a few months back when I was looking for a new job because my current one wanted to cut my hours like LeVar Ball cutting off his leg type shit. And so when that shit happened, I applied to over 100 jobs and we are now in March. It's been a few months and not a single one ever hit me back.
Now you can see this guy is seriously passionate with the hand movements.
Not even McDonald's, bruh. Ronald McDonald out here hoeing by not giving people jobs. That greedy ass clown. Bro, you know you are cooked when not even McDonald's wants to hire your chopped ass. My advice to the people that are currently employed, please, for the love of God, keep that job that you hate so much. If you are one of those that keeps showing up late for work, you better start coming in at least an hour early. And for the ones that keep calling in for work, I want you to hop in that 1999 Civic with 200k miles on it and go clock into that 9 to 5, little bro. Because I promise you, the way the job market is nowadays, the last thing you want to happen to you is to lose your job. But hey, y'all stay safe out there, drink plenty of water, eat your vegetables and fruits, and remember, don't be silly, wrap that willy. But anyways,
hey yo,
I'm out of here, guys.
Crazy.
A lot of you is still underestimating just how brutal the 2025 job market is. I've been in recruiting for coming up to a decade, and I've literally never seen job seekers struggle as much as they are right now. In fact, the whole time I've been in recruiting, it's usually been a candidate market, meaning companies have had a real problem trying to attract.
Yeah, it means candidate. The subtitle's wrong there. But yeah, I think this is true, to to be fair. I haven't been obviously around as long, but it feels like it really has shifted to where the employer has all the power. Also, being a recruiter must really be rough nowadays because like they're mostly paid on commission, and if there's just not that many people hiring, there's just not much work going around there either.
The right people. Now, unless you're in an industry like hospitality, maybe construction or manufacturing or healthcare, when it comes to corporate jobs, companies are just not hiring as much. And at the same time, we have seen a ton of layoffs, meaning it's really, really competitive. I'm talking to hundreds of candidates.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, because so many like tech companies specifically have done these layoffs in like corporate jobs, and the problem is now they're competing with like maybe you have like 1 or 2 years experience, or even you're a graduate. You're now competing with all these people that have been laid off from like Google, Facebook. Like, how do you compete with those people?
And this is what they're going through. They have to apply to hundreds, if not thousands of jobs, and they're going to hear back from about 1 to 3% of companies. 97% of companies don't even get back to them. It's like literally applying into a black hole. Then once they get interview callbacks, they're having to go through really, really long interview processes. I just heard about one this morning where someone has to go through 7 rounds of interviews. We're also seeing that the process is just taking longer, 2 to 3 months. Gone are the days in 2021 where companies would interview people for a week and then make an offer. Right now, they will put you through a grueling couple of months interview process that includes assessments, take-home work, and sometimes panel interviews.
Yeah, assessments and take-home work is crazy.
And then if you do get an offer, don't expect what you discussed in the first call with the recruiter. Right now, companies are giving lowball offers because they know if you want to accept it, someone else will.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's so much competition, they can just offer low salaries.
This job market's been so trash, I've actually just started following my dreams.
No, I saw this from a few people. It's so true. It's like, well, I guess I'm making content right now. But yeah, just like a load of people are now just doing like content or whatever they want to do, because realistically the difference between doing a job you hate, which you might not even be able to get, and something you enjoy, like the money difference just isn't what it used to be. So yeah, makes sense.
And it's been working out. And like, it's not easy. Like, there's so much more risk involved because it's all on my shoulders, but at least I have control over my destiny rather than a company that on a whim can let me go.
So media and news outlets and everybody is starting to catch on that the job market is ass. Okay? It's ass. We've been telling you guys this for at least over a year, that the job market is ass. The job market in 2024 was ass. And I was a product of the job market during that time. And currently right now in 2025, I am still a product of the job market right now. Okay? It is ass. Nobody is hiring. No one is getting hired. And then everybody is going through hoops and double dutch and all this other bullshit in order to get a fucking job, just to turn around and be ghosted and not hear from nobody. The job market is ass. And then yesterday I came across a video on Instagram with a guy saying that people with a degree, it's more likely hard for them to get a job compared to people without a degree. I have a whole ass degree, and here I am struggling to even get a fucking job within anything.
Yeah, I feel like degrees are largely useless if they're not very specific and for a particular grad program like in a company that you know exists. Because just having a degree, especially one just in a random kind of field, doesn't really do much anymore. What used to actually happen is there would be like some job postings. This obviously wasn't for everything. But it would be like degree required, right, as a bit of a filter. But that was kind of it. So it's like, doesn't matter what your degree is in. They just want to see you like went to university, you're of decent, I guess, intelligence and managed to finish a degree. And that to them was like, okay, that's good enough. You know, whereas now, yeah, only specific degrees hold any weight. And more importantly, it's just raising that bar. So now it's more about, okay, degree, kind of everybody has it. Do you have a master's? Okay, a lot of people have a master's. Do you have a PhD? And it's just going to keep pushing up that level.
Corporate, retail, whatever. It is so fucking hard for me to get a job with my college fucking degree. It is ridiculous. And they need to do something about this, because in a minute, everybody is going to be unemployed at this point. I never understood the reports of everybody like the job market is doing so good and woo. No, the fuck it's not. It's not fucking doing good.
It was in 2021, but I doubt anybody said that recently.
The job market right now is ass. It is ass.
Although if interest rates do come down, then companies will be able to borrow more money, more businesses will start, and probably more hiring will happen. And I think that's how it's looking, but we'll see. Either way, guys, if you did enjoy the video, please do consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.